Hello and welcome to Kriti. Let's take a look at the hire to retire process. This is basically a sequence of steps involved in managing the employee life cycle within our organizations, right from the point of view of recruitment to retirement or separation. This typically involves the various different phases, which is the recruitment process itself, basically publishing the need for hiring the new employee and potential sources that we need to go through, etc., and also the screening process. And once the screening is completed, then you would probably want to just onboard them, officially set up in the system, etc., etc. And followed by during the life cycle of the employee, you want to just do a performance assessment, etc. So you can just position that one according to that. And then obviously the most important part, which is the compensation and benefits. So we can go through all of these steps within the system and how the ERP is configured to work for the end-to-end life cycle of this one. So I just got the example of one of the food-based startup company, and where we're gonna recruit a new employee, and then we can just look at the end-to-end journey of how things work within the system. So this is just to get a basic challenges of hiring, and also the sort of a typical journey of an employee, right from onboarding onwards to the retirement process, right? So let's go into the ERP system. Let's look at what the recruitment module offers and how that's tied up to the entire employee management, etc. So if you click on the recruitment itself, so here is the area where you can actually have all the published job positions, and then we'll take a look at some of the examples here. So if you just go into the experienced developer, so that's one of the job positions, and you can see there's a number of applications that are pending at a different phases of the recruitment process itself. So you have an initial screening element, which is the first phase, and then if you can just have first interview, second interview, followed by the contract creation itself. So you can just go at the one of the example, you look at it, and then you can just schedule, okay, this particular one is ready for a second interview, etc. And then you can also create any sort of a scheduled appointments, etc., that you can do the planning here. And once that's done, you can just go ahead and also look at the final screening, and if you're making a job offer, you can do that one at this stage. So all of that information is available here, and then just go back to the main dashboard, and then I'll show you another example where you have the these things, and then it's all ready for the contract proposal, etc. So if you can just go back to all the applications at different stages, that you can also do that one, and then you can just create a grand chart, the way you want to do, create the dashboard for the carbons, and you can see there's a number of options that are there, and then you can see right from the start. Okay, so let me go back to this position and pick up one of the example where you're ready for offering a contract. So if we go here, and here is where you can actually start creating a new employee. Now this is really the pre-screening process complete, the interviews are complete, all of that can be maintained here, and then we're ready to make an offer to the customers, and they can also sort of see, the availability of the employee here, etc. And then at this stage, if you want to just go ahead and create the employee record, so you can do that one, and that would help you maintain all that information. So in the interest of time, what I do is just pick up one existing employee that's been created, but typically what you have is the master data of the employee here. You can set up the contract information, the pay scales, assignment, the pay structure, who the manager is. So this is officially creating an employee record itself. So in the interest of time, what I'll just do is I'll just go to the employee sort of a module. I'll pick one of the employee which has been created fully in the system, and then you can see that here. So this is the employee record. As you can see, there's a number of things that you will be able to set up, which is the basic communication details, who the manager is, who the coach is, experience of that employee, followed by the skill set, any work information like the work address, the expense, the working hours, etc. And then the hierarchy chat, org chat will be over here, followed by any private information that you could create, that's available here such as the visa information, the working details, etc. All of that is available over here if you can do that one. And the HR settings is typically, what the contract start date is, etc. So all of that information you will be able to maintain, including their costing. That's important for the recharging the end customer itself. All right. And then apart from that one, you can also see the official contract setup itself here. So as you can see that one, this is the area where you can actually maintain the minimum wages of minimum wages that you are paying, or the monthly wages that you're paying to the employee. So this is officially the contract, which is got all the elements, etc., etc. And then you will be able to set up any equipments, the car allowance, the pay slips, if there's anything that's generated over time throughout the process, that you can validate over here, right? So all that information can be set up. That's pretty much covering the entire end-to-end journey of the employee, right from the recruitment process onwards to the retirements. And you can also have the expenses maintained, the recruitment, the attendance throughout the course of the employee can do that one. And at the time of sort of separation itself, this is the area where you can just come and contract, and then you can just put an end date to it, and then as soon as you end the date, the all the access and everything will be revoked. It's just a separation process, which is offloading the customer. That's what will happen. All right. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much.